Yo, what is up, fam? It's your dude, FanOF here, and this video's been kind of going viral when a director breaks all of Pixar's rules. If you don't know, I'm a huge Pixar fan. Like, a huge Pixar fan, man. I've not seen the recent Pixar movies, but I watched most of them, guys. They release one, like, every few years.
You know, in Monsters...
Like, the animated films. I'm sure that's all they post, really, but, yeah.
I think it was fur. We've got fur. I'm here to confirm we have fur. You know, then it would be
Bro. Okay. Some Monsters Inc. going on.
Nemo. You know, we have underwater lighting,
Bro, that's like a box of McDonald's fries, right, guys?
and we can do subsurface scattering.
I like Nemo. I like all of them, man. Wreck-It Ralph 2. I don't think I've seen that one though. I gotta go see it.
And then
This is the always playful, much beloved animation director Brad Bird, the director behind animated classics like Ratatouille and the
Oh man, I loved Ratatouille. I haven't seen the Iron Giant. Bro.
Iron Giant.
What is the Iron Giant?
And here he's explaining
It looks like an anime.
the technical difficulties facing probably his most incredible film.
with Incredibles, we our whole film was
Guys, I like The Incredibles as well.
constructed
Incredibles 2 was amazing as well.
of things, all the things that can
Maybe I haven't seen that, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I've been on a hiatus. I used to watch a ton of movies, but now it's hard. Like, now you got like pirate movies if you want to see them for free, or get like a streaming service, which I don't have money for.
computers were still bad at. They were bad
But don't pirate, guys.
at humans. They were bad at hair.
So, the computers were bad.
They were bad at cloth. They were bad at water. They were bad at fire.
Really bad. It was 2004, and while Pixar had quickly developed a reputation for pushing the boundaries in animation, Bird and his team took it one step further.
One of the challenges of the film was just the scope of it.
I mean, just look at the computers they had, bro. That's not gonna be hard for them to do stuff like that on those kind of computers.
We had a shot
But even then, with today's computers, I'm sure there's some things that they have limitations for, even with today's computers.
underwater, shots in the jungle, shots in a boring office cubicle, shots around the
That guy is big. He's a huge dude working in an office, man.
family dinner table, E's house, which is like Bauhaus meets Greek ruins. The
That was an awesome scene with Edna and everything.
variety of environments in this movie was enormous.
I think that you can get a grasp of the number of different locations.
I
we
hope
had.
you can get a grasp of the number of locations because Lord knows.
For reference, Monsters Inc. had 50 individual locations. The Incredibles had over 200.
Sheesh, bro. Incredibles was just for the win, though, man.
There was fire, there was water, wind, clothing, all the most annoying elements of 3D
I'd say... I don't know which one was my favorite character, though, man. They all had cool abilities.
animation at the time.
This is a hobo suit, darling. You can't be seen in this.
We have something like 95 costume changes, and
Why is Edna? Edna's my favorite as well.
not just
I'd say Edna.
t-shirts, but suits and shirts and ties. And
But The Incredibles presented one major
Like, even after all the years since it's released, I remember most of the characters, if not all of them.
problem that Pixar hadn't had to deal with before.
That's how big they've left an impact on me, man. Pixar is for the win.
When they started to think about what it was going to take to do this film, one of the big issues was, oh man, we got humans. Now, the reason humans are tricky is you're one, I'm one, and all of a sudden we have expectations about how those humans are.
Uh-oh. First time they're really doing like 3D animated for humans. That's not like video games, guys. It's a lot different, because they gotta make it look better than video games.
Supposed to behave, how they're supposed to look, what their attributes
They gotta make it, like, you know, more entertaining than video games.
are.
So the animation team did what they do best. They invented some specialized controls, some software commands that would let the characters do what they'd never done before.
We've got characters that got big hunkin' muscles. We got characters that have some mass. So when I start running, I want to be able to control that mass, finesse that mass, such
Oh, that's a cool scene as well.
that I can actually have a jiggle. So we started to look at what kind of jiggle control.
They can make, you know, if they try to make it like an animated show or something, I just don't find enjoyment, like, in watching animated shows that much. But I do like a film. A film would be awesome. A film, you don't have to watch every single episode. So that's why I enjoy watching these animated films better than like an animated show or something.
trolls we would have.
Having the actual material, the skin, feel organic and alive would allow us to get away with less of the minute
Oh, I'm sure it took a while.
detail.
We have characters that have supernatural arms, stretchy, movie, bendy kinds of things. Fundamentals of animation, but now customized for humans.
And despite all these technical limitations and how hard they were working,
You know, we were on the
Well, there's a young Mr. Incredible right there.
edge of failure the entire time we were making it.
Bird still implored his team not to take any shortcuts.
But you want everything to be believable. You want to believe that these are living things that have feelings and pasts.
Dang, I don't think I've seen The Incredibles 2, man.
For instance,
I can't remember, guys. It's like a Mandela effect. I don't know. It's hard to explain. There's sometimes I have seen the movie. I don't remember if I have, though, man, because
Monsters Inc., the animators gave Boo pigtails because it would be easier to animate and replicate. When they asked Bird whether they could do that on The Incredibles, he rejected the option, instead encouraging his animators to push themselves for the sake
I know, right? Because I'd seen Monsters, and if I see the same pigtails, I'd be like, that's kind of boring.
of the character.
And it's great that Violet's got her hair behind both her ears. She's ready for action now.
Yeah, that was the visual idea there, and why having her hair work was such
It's like the Ring Girl or something.
an issue. As a filmmaker, you're always looking for
Well, that's mega frizzy hair. What the heck?
ways to say things visually. And having her hair start out in front of her face like something she's hiding behind, and then gradually get pushed back, and even having Mom push it back in the Cameron Miyazaki scenes was key to showing what's going on with it.
How are you doing that? I don't know. Whatever you do, don't stop.
This little story feeds into Bird's animation ethos and what he believes animation is truly capable of. Sure, the animation was groundbreaking and the technology they created helped shape many
As this was released in like 2004 or something, man. It was definitely innovative and all that, bro.
future films, Pixar and otherwise, but Bird was always fixated on trying to show that animation was for adults too.
And people keep saying, the animation genre. It's not a genre. A Western is a genre. Animation is an art form.
It's a he's right. Hey, I'm not gonna hate on the animators here.
And it can do any genre. You know, it could do a detective film, a cowboy film, a horror
Oh, that would be cool if they had a Scooby-Doo one. Scooby-Doo one.
film, an R-rated film, or a kid's fairy tale. But it doesn't do one thing.
Free.
Dude, I like that scene as well when all the sticky balls are firing at him, man.
So how does Brad Bird use his animation to tell us about his characters? How does he create any depth? Well, first he comes up with a simple story.
What if you had a superhero who was not able to be a superhero and is a little older?
You know I'm retired from hero work.
As am I, Robert. Yet here we are.
She said, as am I.
This is the bare bones of The Incredibles, a super family with superpowers that reflect their familial archetypes. Bob is meant to be the strong father, Helen the flexible mother, Violet the awkward teenager, Dash the energetic kid, and Jack the chaotic baby.
Oh, I think Jack was in the second one, right, guys? Yeah, Jack.
So that's fun.
Yeah, because that's in the scene. They just introduced him in like the end of the first one, I believe.
And leads to some exciting action scenes, but Bird did everything he could to emphasize that this was, first and foremost, a story about the characters.
And, you know, most superhero movies begin with the big whammo blammo thing. And I thought if we started in this kind of strange, you know, the film's kind of beat up and old, and we're looking at them in some kind of personal documentary sense, that would put the emphasis on them being people.
This is Sean.
That's fine.
The fact that they are
Guys, I don't even remember this part of the movie, guys.
talking about things that they think their future will involve. So Frozone is the ladies' man, even though we...
Guys, Frozone was until... Oh snap, he was in the first one. I remember, I think.
later see him as being married.
Where is my super suit?
Bob is talking about settling down, although later he has a problem with it. And Helen can't imagine settling down, and she turns out to make the transition very well.
So Bird takes time to slow down the story to flesh out his character's motivations, but that doesn't mean he shies away from the action too.
Brad has always said we have to have character-based action sequences, and a lot of Brad's discussions on 100 Mile Dash.
Yeah, they're doing it on like freaking quad core, like i5s from i5 4600s and stuff, man.
Let's just not.
It's probably gonna be i7, but still.
Do the cool thing, let's have that, but also, okay, this little kid is using his powers for the first time. What kind of stuff is he doing?
He discovers through it, what he can do.
Right.
He doesn't know what he can do.
That's the point of the sequence.
Yeah.
Is that it's not just a chase sequence. It's a kid discovering that he can do a lot more than he thought he could do.
That would be cool if we could all do that, right? But unfortunately not. But it feels like we could when we're watching the movie, guys. That's what I think.
And it's through action sequences like this that Bird communicates the message or the lesson of the film. Initially, the Pars are told to hide their abilities in the fear of being ostracized or arrested by society, but it isn't until they truly unleash their powers that they become the best and happiest version of themselves. So the message is pretty
I know, right? We need superpowers like that, bros.
simple. Embrace your true self, your talents, and you'll be the best you that you can be. But
I thought this was about Monsters Inc., guys. I'm totally wrong. It's about Incredibles.
like any truly great movie, the discourse is a little more complicated than that.
Everyone's special, Dash. Which is another way of saying no one is.
While universal excellence is a touching sentiment and something
They need to make Incredibles 3.
I took away from the movie when I was 10 years old, the villain also makes some interesting counterpoints.
This is because I don't have powers, isn't it? Well, not every superhero has powers, you know. You can be super without them.
Syndrome is a non-super who desperately worshipped Mr. Incredible as a kid.
Well, I'm Incrediboy!
What? His special talent is his intelligence, and he designs technology to artificially replicate being a super. However, in a moment
Snap, oh snap.
that contradicts the film.
Spoilers, bro. I don't think I've seen the second one. I can't remember.
Film's message, Mr. Incredible completely dismisses him.
Fly home, buddy.
He's seemingly not special enough, which then comes
Sad, bro. That feels like me.
full circle when Syndrome returns as a real threat, forcing Bob to take notice.
Buddy?
My name is not Buddy!
The idea here is to have our villain be a little bit sympathetic. The roots of this problem go back. Bob made a mistake back then, not treating the kid a little more with a
He wants to take vengeance, bro. He wants to have the light, the shot, the appreciation that Mr. Incredible had, basically.
little more grace.
So what the hell is the movie actually saying? Does Brad Bird really think that everyone's special, or is Syndrome actually right when he says,
And when everyone's super, no one will be.
perhaps Bird is only celebrating
That's true, that's true.
the truly exceptional individuals amongst us?
Thank you, Mr. Incredible. You've done it again.
Yeah, you're the best.
No, I'm just.
Well, this is definitely what his biggest critics think. Specifically, they equate his messages of individuality with the objectivism of author Ayn Rand. In extremely simple terms, Rand believed that the truly great amongst us should, as much as possible, not be shackled by law or conventions.
Right now, honey, the world just wants us to fit in, and to fit in, we just gotta be like everybody else.
Perfection should instead be celebrated.
And they're the celebrities of the town, bro. It's not like Spider-Man where they have their own alter ego, or Batman.
And rewarded with
Does Batman have his alter ego? I think he does.
the appropriate social advantages. This idea bleeds through to a lot of superhero content. Here, the world falls prey to an egomaniac when they outlaw supers.
It is time for their secret identity to become their only identity.
But are saved by the truly exceptional Parr family. So, unhampered excellence is the solution. And this
That's at the end of the movie.
same theme that society places unnecessary constraints on exceptional individuals crops up in a number of Bird's other films.
And the truth is, I have no talent at all.
Ratatouille, which projects a similarly positive message
Man, we need a Ratatouille too as well, bro.
that anyone can cook, also emphasizes that if you don't have any talent, you should get out of the way of people who do. So here, and in the
Oh man, that's how I felt That's how I felt watching streamers back in the day, bro. Felt like I didn't have enough talent to be a streamer.
Sequel, mind you, the fact that a non-super who
Oh, it was in 2018, so I don't think I've seen it, guys.
harnesses their special skills as presented as the villain emphasizes Bird's Randian undertones.
You mean you killed off real heroes so that you could pretend to be one?
But honestly, these criticisms seem to be forgetting one big detail.
Release me! Now!
Or what?
I'll crush her.
It was showing
Bro, that part scared me, man.
that blatant disregard syndrome has for life. And I feel like a lot of our villains in real life have. Oftentimes it's decorated as a higher calling, but it isn't.
Syndrome is objectively a bad guy. He has a special talent, but uses it for evil. The ideas of good, bad, and the morals of breaking unjust laws for the
His name's Syndrome. It's probably gonna be a bad guy name, right, guys?
good are explored in more detail in the sequel, but Bird's movies always punish those who use unlimited power for their selfish purposes.
That was a scary point in the movie, bro. I thought he was gonna die.
All of his movies grapple
I think it looks like he did right there, guys, right?
with objectivist themes. That's undeniable.
You always say be true to yourself, but you never say which part of yourself to be true to.
But they don't conclude that doing what's best for the self is what's best for everybody. Instead, Bird seems to be promoting doing what's right, and what's right is what benefits the most people. The Parr family save the city, Remy saves Alfredo's legacy and his family, and the Iron Giant trends from what makes him exceptional and would harm others.
Dang, that's like the earliest form of animation, guys. It's almost 3D, but it's not. It's very close, though.
To what makes him exceptional and would benefit others.
I promise I'll slow up. I'll only be the best by a tiny bit.
In summary, The Incredibles doesn't offer any easy answers because there aren't any. Building a society that benefits everybody, gives everyone the same amount of freedom, while also allowing people as much freedom as possible to exercise their unique talents is basically impossible.
Hey. Did not expect like an analyzation of the movie like this, guys. I thought it was gonna be like a documentary style on something that happened in like the Pixar, how they had like to overcome some technical limitations, computer-wise, but not like storyline-wise.
We're superheroes. What could happen?
But it's cool to know that Brad Bird is constantly adding to this conversation with some entertaining and innovative films, and he's using his animation superpowers.
Basically, they are superpowers, right, guys? Because normal humans like me do not know how to make animations like that whatsoever.
For good.
If I did what they were doing, I'd be going, hey, I just made a
But yeah, guys, that is the video.
miracle happen. Come on, little respect here. But these guys are quiet and they just...
Let's go over a few comments now. So you can see comments when this video came, when I filmed this video. I'm gonna record this. Let's see. Fun fact: Edna Mode is supposed to be tall. One of her artist drawers was for a queen for fun, but everybody entertained the idea so much they kept the design nice. I still discover new things in film. Most recently circulating around the fact that a lot of supers that Syndrome killed were at Bob's wedding. The look of horror on his face while watching the supers' names read off. Oh, I remember that. I remember he got a bunch of them. It is because the supers were killed, it's because his close friends were. Oh man. Man, they got Syndrome. That's a cool idea, Syndrome, though. Later, guys. Peace out. Like, comment, subscribe. Live stream these daily on Twitch. Guys, there's a lot of Incredibles videos going viral. Like, 500,000 views on this one. 122,000 on this one. Not bad, not bad. Later, guys. See you next video.